Billy Joe told me everything is looking fine. All right, are we starting over? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Fuck. Billy Joe told me everything is looking fine. He's got a whole place secure, got an icebox full of wine. He said, come on over, man, and don't be late. I got 3 lovely ladies that just won't wait to do some down south jugging and looking for some peace of mind. Matthew, gonna talk about the stuff, get down to work, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the earth is flat, yeah, the earth is flat. That's what Steve believes, and we should talk about that, oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're in quarantine. Better wash your hands. Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How's that?
Beautiful. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Caleb.
What's going on, man?
Well, I'm still shaking hands and kissing babies.
You're not kissing my baby.
I kiss whatever baby I want to kiss, all right?
And I would not say that.
Hey, you better not bring your baby around me, because I will kiss it.
In case you hadn't noticed, people, you shouldn't bring your kid around Steve. In case.
Yeah, because you might learn something.
I think that goes without saying. I thought, well, who knows? Who knows with these things nowadays?
Just wait till my kids are building rockets.
Oh.
For the military industrial complex when they're older. That's the ultimate goal, right?
What? To build rockets for the military industrial complex?
I don't know. Just, all those old movies where there's like the really smart, nerdy kid that, he's going to be like really smart and get the good job.
Yeah.
He always wants to be like the rocket scientist or whatever.
Yeah.
That sounds really great, but then if you think about it, he's just going to grow up and make bombs that kill millions of people. And
that could. Well, I get this.
He's just going to become a mass murderer. And we're all just like, oh, he's so great.
That's why you go to school, people. That's why you go to school, children. Stay in school.
So you can mass murder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, on a lighter note, this is the official podcast coming back.
Be back at it.
And we so happen to be in the middle of one of the craziest times in my lifetime.
I'm enjoying it.
Pushing 30. I think I can say that.
You pushing 30?
Yeah.
What are you right now?
27.
27?
Yeah. I'm dabbing into that pool.
You're knocking into it.
Yeah. See how it feels.
I'm 26. You got a year on me. Is that why you're so wise? Is that why you're so wise, Caleb?
No, that's not. Or no, I'm not. There you go.
Okay.
I'm not wise. Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Working on it though.
Yeah, trying to. But I'll take the compliment.
Yeah, every podcast you do with me is going to take you back a scale, so you're going to have to work a little harder to get there.
Oh, am I going to have to take a shower after this? Wash the stupid off of me?
Probably.
Huh.
And the coronavirus. I've already had it. I got over it because I got a great immune system.
You self-diagnosed yourself already with the coronavirus?
Yep. I had to quit smoking cigarettes because of it.
So you recently got sick.
About 3 months ago, I got sick.
I know. I watched you get sick.
And I was, maybe not 3, maybe it was 2.5. But
it was
hurt
late
my lungs.
January, early February.
Hurt my lungs bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I heard a study about it that, 20-year-olds can get it and permanent damage to their lungs happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would do the simplest thing at work and be out of breath, because I still went to work every day.
Yeah.
And I had like flu-like symptoms, like drained. I didn't have a sore throat or a fever. I didn't ever check my fever though, but I didn't feel like I had a fever. But I had a runny nose, kind of headache, lungs hurt really bad, like just kind of felt weak, real weak.
I do have to. You do know that doesn't actually mean you have the.
No, that's Corona. That's Corona all day.
Because
no, it's Corona.
All right, case closed. He had Corona. And he's alive.
Mm-hmm. So just chill out.
Can we get sued or something? Law,
dude, you can't get sued for nothing. No one's gonna pay attention to us.
Actually, you could get sued for anything legally. You could get sued for anything because that doesn't mean anything.
Look, though.
Getting sued just means that somebody's wanting to challenge you in court, and they could literally do that about anything.
Anything?
Yeah,
so we could probably get sued for.
Doesn't mean you win, is what I'm trying to get at.
We could probably get sued for the song that I played during our opening.
Well, now we definitely can. Man, I'll get the statutory rights on that so quick. Ain't stupid. Did you play it exactly how they play it?
Nope.
Wanna suck a dick?
Yeah, for real. I think that's how it works.
Dude, not enough people watch this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, hi,
I don't
Mom.
care. I just do. Yeah, exactly. Sue us.
Mom.
It's kind of your money, too.
Bring it on, Mom.
Whatever.
Take you to court, Mom.
No, don't take us to court. The mouthy York is taken to court.
It's
he
hard.
Comes up short. But I'm about to bring forth the force of nature.
Of the mouthy York. Oh, yeah! Let's do it real nice. Oh, wait. The mouth of York. No, that's a little too nice.
Too nice.
The mouth of York, the mouth of York. We're gonna talk about stuff and get down to work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we got the coronavirus, Well, if you're smart, you won't stand by us. Coronavirus.
That was dope.
Dude, we got this. But everybody's giving into the fear porn, dude. Look at this. But they canceled church for most people, for all the old people, but they're using gloves to hand out communion. Isn't that kind of weird? I think it's just so weird, dude. The old people are already home.
Well, I mean, they'll go to church though. That's like one of the only things my parents do
Mm-hmm.
is go to church.
Well, hey, I'm glad they haven't shut it down yet.
I thought you said they just did.
Well, they canceled it for the old people. They said if you're over the age of 60, you gotta stay home.
That's so fucking ridiculous.
Or over the age of 70, I think. Which I understand that, because I mean, all these people dying were over the age of 70.
Yeah.
I think there's only been like 2 or 3 people in America, or not even. I think there's only one person in America that was like 20 years old that got it and died.
Really?
And it was probably because he already had something wrong with him.
Yeah.
You know. But I smoked cigarettes for a long time, so.
Yeah.
But I got over it, people.
Because you had it.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about
no
it.
doubt, dude.
Okay.
No doubt, man.
No doubt.
I read the Washington Post. Okay, they told me how to diagnose myself. Okay, if you wheeze, if you cough, if you sneeze, you got the coronavirus. If you bleed, if you cut yourself, it's probably because of the coronavirus.
What if you bleed pure silver, though? That's what happens when I cut myself.
Then you're protected.
Okay.
But conspiracy theories pop out of your blood.
Oh. Well. Yeah, no, that's been happening.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I was born with the coronavirus.
I'm pretty sure I'm patient 0.
Oh, well, we're just gonna start here then. You
Yeah.
can't leave this room.
You should probably get me out of this room.
No, we're gonna poke and prob you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but nothing with like surgical precision. We're just gonna get a mop handle and just see what happens when you poke you with the mop handle.
Does this cure?
Science.
We have to try everything. First, we will hit him with things. Can we try some other stuff first? Nope.
Yeah, oh, man. Well, it's crazy. I mean, what do you really do?
You quarantine yourself for 2 weeks for country. After that, dude, that's too much. You know, if they ask us to quarantine ourselves, I'm down. I'm down to do it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If they tell me that I can't go to work, I'm down to do it for 2 weeks. But after that, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong.
Yeah. No, I think that's rational.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably gonna want 6 weeks, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean,
It depends. It really depends, because it seems like the government's so torn right now that it doesn't know which way to go.
Oh yeah,
with it, you know.
dude, this is. I mean, okay. Do you think that it's just this virus, or you think it's something else too?
I think it's both.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, you know, that's what I mean. I mean, it's the virus and something else is going on.
Yeah.
So what do you think's going on? Like, what's your whole? What is your gut telling you right now?
Look,
You can be wrong about it.
but yeah, I am. Full disclosure, I'm wrong about it. But what I think, it's just too kind of coincidental and ridiculous to think all these past events that have happened before this virus. And you don't want to make anything political when it doesn't have to be, but if you kind of get into that conspiratorial mindset, which I have been in, I don't think I've ever left.
Yeah.
But I try to think of things more rational now. Obviously, you got to function in society, which I plan to do to the best of my ability. Long story short, look, they tried to impeach Trump, and whether you like him or hate him,
They couldn't find shit on him after investigating him for 3 years.
They couldn't do it, like what, 2 weeks later, a month later or whatever,
A virus.
this virus goes, and it seems to be attacking what Trump was gonna use to win the election, which was the economy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh, he's still gonna win though.
and that just seems,
'Cause-
come on. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
come on, give me a break. That just seems too godly. You
like if this was a movie,
That's ridiculous.
If this was a movie,
Yeah,
right,
like-
it would be this. It'd be like after the impeachment hearings, we have like all these people like walking out all kind of mad, and then in the background, in this dark room with the mirror, the one or two-way mirror,
Yeah.
there George Soros is in there, and Hillary walks back there, and they're just like, we must go to Plan B,
Yeah.
Then they release the virus, and then it backfires on them though, because it's only killing liberals. They're just like, oh fuck, it's only
Well,
killing the people who are
that's
walking
what-
around in shit cities.
That's what makes it kind of weird, though. If you would think that the virus would be taking out the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
That would make the most sense. I mean, in hell, they even a few like Democrat representatives even said like, "Oh, if I get the coronavirus, first place I'm going is a Trump rally."
Justin Trudeau apparently has
Yeah.
it. His wife has it. Prince Harry or Prince Harold has it. The Queen is gone. They don't know where the Queen is right now. I heard that no one knows where she went. So she's like in some type of weird quarantine. Who else has got it? Some other people have got it.
Tom Hanks,
Tom Hanks.
his wife.
Adam Schiff said he's quarantining himself. I don't know if he's got it.
Ted Cruz quarantined himself, but he tested negative. It's weird that like the conservatives
Are all good.
well, no, it's like if they even got suspected, they got tested
Mhm.
immediately, and they test, negative.
Yeah.
Or even if they did get tested positive, it's like, what about y'all? What do you mean they're not here?
Well,
Like,
so here's a crazy conspiracy that I like. I don't know. I mean, it's just too crazy to believe. But I mean, it's not, honestly. Okay, so have you heard the adrenochrome thing? Okay, so there's a place in Wuhan, China, that manufactures adrenochrome, but they don't make it. They're taking it out of people, their adrenaline glands. You know what adrenochrome is? Okay, so adrenochrome is adrenaline in your body, but you can only get it through your gland, your adrenaline gland. And in China, they harvest people's organs, they kill people, and take their organs. So there's this place in Wuhan. I don't know if it's a laboratory. I don't know if it's the same laboratory that this virus came out of, but they make adrenochrome. And they're claiming that someone spiked this adrenochrome, and that's why all these celebrities and shit are getting sick. And all these Democrats, because they claim that they use it. I don't know. It's a weird theory. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause that
either
would've-
way, it just seems there's a kind of. Do you believe it to be a bioweapon? Do you think this
I think
virus
it's a bioweapon.
is a bio? Okay, why do you think it's that?
Because well, they claim it's coming from bats, right, or some type of wild animal.
Yeah.
That they sell in these markets.
Which we've been for years.
Yeah, dude,
Telling
did
them
they-
to shut them down?
Yeah, but did they just now start selling these wild animals in these markets, or have they
No.
been doing it for probably 1,000 years?
No, but that's where a lot of these past freaking coronavirus
Yeah,
viruses
but-
come from.
Is it too convenient that there's a literal bioweapons lab
No,
across the
that's
street
what
from the
bothers
place?
me. Yeah, no, that's what bothers me about it. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, there's only so much shit you can tell me before, even if it's true, I'm still like, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we tried to impeach him, that didn't work. We just won the trade deal.
Mm-hmm.
So China was about to have to pay
Dude,
out.
How many jobs was China losing every month
I don't know.
before this? Can you look that up? Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up. But either way,
Millions.
that
It was in the
happens.
millions.
And yeah, I mean, it makes sense. If you could and you're evil like that, it makes sense to do something like that. And it's no secret that the Chinese Communist Party have no problem with killing their own. Like, this
Yeah.
isn't, that's not a conspiracy. That's a fact. Like, that they like killing their own. Period. They like, population limiting the population. They put laws on every little thing that you think should normally be able to do, like have a girl, have kids, however many kids, and
Mhm.
yeah, they have no problem writing laws or throwing you in jail. They for sure threw doctors in jail trying to come clean about this virus.
Yep.
That's mainstream news. That's for
See,
sure. They're for sure welding people into their houses.
that's the weird part though. That's how
like
that's China.
insanity.
China. A lot of people are saying, or it's the Chinese virus.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm just saying, China didn't tell us for a long time. I mean, we knew. Our president knew. He shut down our borders, and he also, before any of this happened, during the impeachment trial, he actually put money towards, solving this coronavirus problem before it ever even broke out in America or anything. So he was on top of his shit.
What do you do specifically?
I don't know. I heard it yesterday, but he did something back during the impeachment trials and signed some bill putting all this money into coronavirus prevention or something like that.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you think it's a bioweapon, which I don't think is far-fetched, other than Alex Jones, there's not who else is saying that?
Like what?
Like,
that it's a bioweapon?
Yeah, because you would think, I know Francis Boyle, Dr. Francis Boyle, who wrote the 1999 Bioweapons Act, that's still in play. If this is a bioweapon, it's fully violating it. But we're supposed to shut down a bunch of level 4 facilities anyways, and they still stayed active, right? According to the act. But long story short, you would think that more people would say it, because a lot of other just plain average Joe virologists are saying nothing looks like it's a actual bioweapon. But
well, what about the it was the thing in India, those scientists in India?
Yeah,
was
the
that
university
fake?
No, I don't think that. I don't know. I didn't
'Cause
dive
I know
too far into that.
They had to take it down.
They had to take it down.
But I don't know if that was because
and I think there's people in universities here that said some 6 of them. This is all just hearing.
Look, all I know is I've heard doctors that come on and talk about the science community and how they've actually looked at these studies, and they say that it is a bioweapon. And then I've heard people that don't talk with the doctors and they just claim that it's not a bioweapon. So I don't know what to believe. Should I believe the doctors? Even though I haven't heard from the exact person that did the study, but I've heard from doctors that examine the studies, and then I've heard from regular people that aren't doctors that it's not. You know what I mean?
I've heard from plenty of doctors that it's not.
That it's not?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I haven't heard any of those.
Yeah, a lot. But I'm going on the other side too, looking, and no,
I mean, how do we
it's
know
not.
all this stuff?
Even there's even other conspiracy people that don't think it's a bioweapon.
Lyme disease came out of one of our labs here in America.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
From ticks. Remember they infected all those ticks. It came from some biolab. I think it's on an island.
But you can still have a virus from nature and still turn it into a virus. You don't need, I think the main thing was you could tell it's a gene-edited virus, and then other virologists are like, no, you can't.
But here's the thing, though.
Looks straight up out of nature.
What if they're testing different viruses?
There could be that.
What I mean? Thinking it's the same one.
But you can still harness a natural virus, put it in a nasal spray, and spray it on a bunch of shit in the middle of town.
You'll start infecting people. Which, if you would have left it alone, it would have just stayed in that cave with the bats.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. I don't buy the bat thing. I don't buy the bat thing, dude. They've been eating that shit for years, okay? The only way this happened is if, I've heard, the one story where they are testing on all these animals in this lab, and then the doctors secretly, or not, the scientists secretly, just to get more money in their pockets, are going across the street after they're done with these animals and selling them to the meat market. I can kind of believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking China.
Yeah.
But we really can't believe anything that's coming out of there. But we can talk about what's happening in America, like California being on complete lockdown.
Yeah.
And
Texas is coming next.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Dude.
I don't
Governor
fucking
Abbott
know.
has been talking hellish shit about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you pull something
everything.
up? Because I heard him say, that he's gonna. All I heard him say is that we're shutting down restaurants, shutting down places where people gather and don't be over groups of 10.
Restaurants.
I haven't heard him talk about
Restaurants,
but
bars.
did you listen to did you catch any of the War Room yesterday?
No, not yesterday.
Or not yesterday, it was Friday.
Possibly.
Friday, there's this truck driver, two different truck drivers called in and claimed that they're about to be issued these issued certificates to travel across state lines. But here's the thing. They claim that it only lasts 2 weeks. That's only a certificate good for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's basically a lockdown.
Yeah. But don't that okay. It kind of points to something.
What does it point to?
I don't know, QAnon.
How do you... So...
Look here. Okay, the media is claiming the media is trying to freak everybody out. They're saying it's going to last 18 months, 6 months, all this crazy amount of time. And QAnon has been claiming for a long time. And QAnon doesn't claim anything. All QAnon does is post something, and it'll be like a statement and a couple questions. And that's most what it is. It's a statement.
What is he posted on?
4chan. Right now, 8kun. You can go on QAnon.pub. You can go look at this stuff.
How do you spell it?
QANON.pub. But it might be www. I'm not sure. Just go to Bing and type in QAnon. And it should be the first thing that pops up is QAnon.pub. But, like QAnon, basically all it is an anonymous source that started posting on 4chan. And it claims, and Q is the top security clearance for the military, or for the United States. It's called Q clearance. Go look it up. Q clearance is the top clearance. You can get any, access to all information in the government, anything classified, whatever. So Q comes out and claims that he's that person with that clearance. He's not claiming that, he's not like telling people exactly what's going to happen. What he's doing is he wants people to search and find stuff. He's going to give you information and things to look up, and then what are called the anons, the anonymous people, just the Americans, are supposed to go and do deep dives on the internet and find all the information they possibly can, post it on this thread, this feed, and then it starts to paint a picture,
Yeah, I see just listed by dates. I see, anonymous Godwins. There's a YouTube link. It says do not fear Q. And the screen's right behind you.
Oh, okay. QAnon.
Is this it?
These are all his threads.
Yeah.
This is what he's been posting lately. So anything that has the Q up there, that's actually him. Then the other ones will say just anonymous. Fake news, media, and a lot of times he have like a question. I haven't looked at any of this stuff because I don't really follow the actual boards. I kind of don't have time, so I just watch like the X22 report or
somebody who's interpreting these for you.
Kind of.
That's okay.
But they go through the feed and they read it out, and then they say, they point to past posts and they, because it'll say like HR or HRC, and that's Hillary Rodham Clinton. Like a lot of things in the brackets are people or things, and they're just abbreviated. Just have the letters.
Yeah.
And then you got to kind of know what it is already. But look, man, it just makes a lot of sense.
So this picture behind you with a Trump campaign.
That's anonymous. That's just a random person.
Okay. And it's got these serial numbers over his face, though.
It's weird stuff. I don't know.
You would then look that up.
But there's also a lot of disinformation. And sometimes Q even came out one time and said that he's going to put out disinformation to throw off.
Okay, why?
I don't know, though.
This is
that's
fucking ridiculous.
It is, though. But you get the basic gist. The basic gist is he's been talking about this storm for a long time and what they're going to do. Okay, the whole plan is to basically free America. Get the bankers off our back. Get us off this monetary system. Get us back on a gold standard. arrest all these, sex traffickers and get rid of all these secret societies and the people who control America. That's all it's about. And not just America, the entire world.
Okay, so how does this, and that's great, that's cool, how does this fit in with the virus?
Well, like those truck drivers, they're only getting those things for 2 weeks. Well, you would think if it's going to last longer than that they'd get it one that's longer than that, 2 weeks is what QAnon's been saying. 10 days, basically. 10 days of darkness when this stuff takes off. And it's supposed to end on the April 20th. All right, hold on.
Okay. No, keep doing your thing. I'll yeah. It
April 10th. April 10th is when this stuff's supposed to all end, if it's according to QAnon.
Yeah, dude, you would have to have some serious time, like going through.
Yeah, I mean, people do this constantly, and it's.
I'm just gonna follow this link and see. What
this is 3 years worth of stuff.
So ever since Trump got in office.
Yes.
Okay, so who does people think this is?
They don't know who Q is. They think that Q plus, because there's also another person that says Q and then a little plus. And they think Q plus is actually Donald Trump.
Oh my gosh. This is so fucking dumb.
It's not though, dude. It's good. I'm telling you, it's.
No, even if it's for the good, all right, for country, for whatever, and it's actually good, it's so still ridiculous.
But it is ridiculous. But how would they come out? Okay, look, he's up there, right?
Lazy.
He gets in office. Think about it. Trump gets in office, and if he is real and he's not part of the deep state, and he did win this, because I mean he's the only president in how many generations that's not from the same family, same club, went to the same colleges, same sororities, same secret societies. He's the only one.
How he got elected.
He's the only one that's not in that shit. Do you know Obama is related to Bush? They're related.
Come on, dude.
They are. Go look it up. Obama's dad.
Sorry, people.
Obama's dad is, or not dad. His grandfather is a CIA agent who's related to George Bush.
Go look at it. What am I supposed to look this up on?
I know it's hard, right? It's hard to search shit. It's
like, the fuck is Bush related to?
I probably.
Oh.
See, what I always do is I take screenshots of stuff. So I got tons of stuff in my phone.
According to Fact Check, Obama and Bush are the 11th cousins. Holy shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're fucking related. It's ridiculous.
According to factcheck.org, Obama and Bush are 11th cousins, both descended from Samuel Hinckley, who lived in Massachusetts in 17th century. Meanwhile, Obama is also related even more closely to Dick Cheney. This is out of the New York Times.
Okay. But look.
And it's in The Guardian. And it's in Answers. Dude.
But hold on. Think about this, though. He's a president, got in there, and he's not related to these people. He's not in their club. They don't have control anymore. He can't. Everybody in the government they've set up for years. Okay, all these people around him working in these agencies, they're all in this club. He's not. He can't just start coming out to the American people and going, hey, these people are a bunch of fucking pedophiles and they torture kids and this weird shit's going on. He can't just say that. This is how it would have to be done. Anonymously. Start building it up. And the whole point is go look up General Flynn. They got him, in all this shit right whenever Trump got elected. Go look at one of his speeches, and it's a famous QAnon thing. They always play it. But he's up there giving a speech, and he talks about the media, and he says the media is corrupt. The media is part of this cabal, and he says we're building an online digital soldiers, basically. He's talking about the American people. And this is right when QAnon came out, and he's talking about how they're just going to use Americans, basically, to dig and get information on these people and investigate. Because he's saying our system's so corrupt. It's crazy. I'm telling you. And he says, we're going to use online soldiers. And he says the people are now going to be the news reporters. Basically, we can't trust our reporters, our investigators anymore. We're gonna have to use the people. And then he goes, General Flynn gets all fucked up on all this shit, and now they're throwing it all out. They're throwing it out because, you know, and same thing with Roger Stone. I think something's really about to happen. But that's beside the point. 10 days of darkness is what he's claiming. Okay, so they're setting up for this 10 days of darkness. We've already put how many troops? 20,000 troops into Europe on the
30.
ground. 30,000 troops into Europe.
30,000. Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay, 298 public officials have been arrested in Saudi Arabia. Okay, I mean, this shit's going on all over the world.
Really?
All over the world. I mean, all these celebrities are getting the coronavirus. I don't know. Look, I just see there's two ways it's going to go. Either we're headed towards like tyranny in our country, and Trump is joined the deep state.
6D chest on all of us.
Yeah, exactly. And he's joined the deep state, and he's about to fuck us. And the Green New Deal is being rolled out right before our eyes, and all Trump supporters are just like, for country, you know? Either that's the thing that's going on, or Q's real. And if Q's not real, even Owen Schroyer said it on Friday. He said, if Q's not real, we're fucked. If QAnon is not real, we are done. Like, this is it.
Yeah, no,
this is America going away.
That's exactly what I fear.
So I think we need until that's what I'm saying. April 10th. Okay, so 4, 10, 20. What does that add up to in letters?
In letters?
Yeah.
4, 10, and 20?
Yeah.
Like
A, B, C, D. So
okay.
D. 4, 10, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. J. What's 20?
J.
T.
T.
Donald J. Trump. 4, 10, 20. They claim on April 10th, this will all be over.
All be over?
Like the quarantine,
done?
Everything.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to see, huh?
That's what they claim. And they claim this will be the 10 days of darkness starting probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they're going to start doing massive arrests around the world. And you also got to remember, we have John Durham's investigation still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bill Barr did his investigation. I don't know what came of that. Nothing came of that shit.
Well, kind of the same thing. Just like how Mueller didn't really come to a conclusive thing about the Russian probe. What's crazy is Barr was like, yeah, no, there was some very bad misconduct and bias in the FBI in these investigations.
Well, Barr exposed,
but then he didn't find anything criminal, I guess, is the real deal. Which, dude, this is how it's always going like this on both sides. Same shit with the Russian thing. Same shit with impeachment.
I agree. And it's
all kind of sketchy.
But hold on, we still got an investigation going, and what I hope happened. Okay, what I hope and what I think are two different things. I always think the worst. I hope for the best. So what I hope is going on is Bill Barr did his investigation. John Durham's still doing his investigation. Bill Barr found stuff but didn't release it in his investigation because it had to do with John Durham's investigation. So there's shit that is still going on, and right now they're done with the John Durham investigation, and they're about to go arrest the people before they put the shit out.
Well, yeah, way before all this stuff, Trump did a live thing and said that what Durham is going to come out with is history in the making.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
This was forever ago, too.
Yeah, I heard him say it.
This was forever ago.
Can you look up General Flynn's lawyer speaking?
General Flynn, is it with a Y?
Yeah.
And speaking? Just put speaking or
General Flynn's lawyer. Look up videos maybe. And Anthony Weiner's laptop. That's what we want to hear her say.
It's just a bunch of CNN, Fox News shit. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's not pulling up. And can you give me something more to go on? Maybe not knock over my mic.
General Flynn's lawyer.
General Flynn's lawyer. Wiener laptop. Wiener laptop sounds like my laptop.
Let's see what happens. Right there. I don't know though if it's her speaking or if it's someone talking about it. I wanna see her speaking.
Confirms rumored evil contents on Anthony Weiner's laptop.
Yes.
There are probably things she could still be indicted for, and frankly, I think should, because the Espionage Act. Very clear violations of the Espionage Act, and really no issue about intent, despite President Obama proclaiming otherwise. And of course, she realized the reason that Hillary had to be protected was because he was writing her on that secret server using an alias, which shows that he damn well knew and had approved in advance her use of the secret unsecured server. On top.
You hear what she just said?
No.
Okay, so Hillary got investigated during the 2017 election, or 2016, right? By Obama.
Yeah.
James Comey. Remember that? And James Comey came out and said, well, we found negligence. You know, we found she did use a private server for all this classified information, but we're not going to, arrest her. You know why?
Why?
Well, for one, she's running for president, and she's, like, really the top. But what she just said, Obama claimed that he didn't know that she was doing that, but they had messages from Obama, okay, messaging her about classified stuff on her private email. So that's the reason why they had to throw it all out. It's because the president of the United States was guilty if they put it out.
Guilty of what exactly?
For one, lying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, that's what Bill Clinton got kicked out for.
Yeah.
For two, sharing private or classified information through a private server.
National security at risk.
Yeah, those two things. Okay, we'll keep going though.
Well, I clicked a button and it did some shit, and now I don't know where I'm at.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's right here.
Okay.
Hold on. Dude, I gotta get this audio fixed.
What's going on with it?
Well, I need that cord and the projector into our headphone jack.
It was just working good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was playing through those speakers. I wanted to play through here. But, okay, fine. Fine. Hopefully they can hear it. I'm sure they can. Three. Oh my god. Okay.
What's going on here?
Anthony Weiner laptop, which I don't know if you heard this. I wrote an article about that too. 675,000 Clinton emails when they got Anthony Weiner's laptop in a search warrant because of all his sex perversion issues. It was all the Clinton emails, the Clinton Foundation, her Secretary of State emails, Huma Abedin's emails. Lots of people emailed Huma as a proxy for Hillary, and it included what Comey called the sorry, I must wave my hands more than most people. The golden emails, because they were the BlackBerry backup emails that they were supposedly just looking for everywhere very diligently. Well, guess what they did when they found them on the Weiner laptop? They got a search warrant for things that didn't include the BlackBerry backup emails. So when they told us, when he stood there and said that day, oh, we've reviewed all the emails now, there's nothing there, that was a bald-faced lie. They specifically did not look at the BlackBerry backups, and they didn't look at a fraction of the emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop. So one of the things, if I were the president, I'd do is demand the Anthony Weiner laptop and get it to the most trusted person in the military to take apart everything on it and then start using it. There's a lot that can be prosecuted. I have no doubt on that laptop. In fact, I heard that the New York police officers who saw some of it, even though they're hardened investigators, literally had to go throw up. It's bad.
Bam. So they have it all. Because here's what I think. I think Hillary didn't know what Weiner had on his laptop, and I think Huma Abedin was Hillary's, right-hand woman, and she's married to Anthony, and they have all this dirt, all this blackmail that they've collected on their laptop to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
So they had dirt on Hillary, they had dirt on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
On their laptop, I don't think anybody knew about it. They've been stealing it slowly so they can protect themselves because they're, around Hillary. Just, Jesus, how many fucking people has she killed? Like,
well, you
she
can't
didn't-
tell anymore.
and guys, she
Google
didn't even
took
have
that
to.
body count away.
Yeah, but she didn't even have to become a rocket scientist to be a mass murderer. See?
Yeah.
There you go.
She just tells all the rocket scientists to be how to be mass murderers.
Who we're gonna mass murder today?
Yeah. We just, I mean, it's more or less control.
Well, look,
Murder a few people, but it's I want control of all of Nigeria type of weird stuff in America.
but
Like,
that's the thing though that I think Bill Barr didn't put in his investigation. I think that's what Durham has, is all this stuff on this laptop. I think it took him a long time to go through all these emails, find out everybody who was involved, find out where they're all going to be, quarantine the entire world so these celebrities can't leave. You go, I mean, there's tons of celebrities just, freaking out. They're in their houses right now, just live streaming all day. And, they're all quarantined. They can't go to their private islands. They got stuck, where they're at.
so, which makes me think that if it's a bioweapon and if it's concentrated, it must be from Trump's side. Because
This
how
is where
well
this is
it
where
would work
shit
for QAnon.
gets really weird
And I don't agree
and
with that.
really, really
I
conspiratorial.
don't really care how, we're going to take down all these people and stuff. You don't fucking issue a virus onto a live population.
No. See, here's how things get really weird, okay? There's two ways to go about this. There's the way where I talk and I just completely turn everybody off because it's way fucking crazy,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Or to where you just have faith and I don't mention the crazy things because
What did you
like
just
the other
say?
day when I asked you, I said, do you believe we have advanced technology?
Yeah.
Well, how advanced of this technology do you think we have?
I don't think...
Do you think we have like spaceships that can fly really
Well,
fast?
we definitely do.
Okay. Do you think that we have possibly...
Man, these are really broad terms, though.
I know, but do you think we have a way to open dimensions and portals? What do you think CERN is?
I believe that people on psychedelics think they can.
What is CERN though? I mean, how long has CERN been? When was that put in place?
I don't even know what CERN is.
Back in the 50s? You don't know what CERN is?
No.
Okay. Well, CERN is the atom collider,
Oh.
That how many miles is it? And
It
giant
goes
track.
global, right?
No, I mean it's in Europe somewhere, but it's this. They built it under the
You're
ground.
not talking about the Byron Collider or whatever?
I'm talking about that. I think it's like a 20-mile long circle, and they collide atoms, and that's what they claim they do.
Yeah.
But they already know. Go look up CERN. They've opened wormholes. They claim that they've opened portals and black holes.
How do you spell CERN?
I think it's just SERN or CERN. It's either S or C. Might be C. But okay, I don't think they released it. I don't think Trump released it. I think China and the deep state released it. But I think they knew that they were going to release it. I think our intelligence agencies, our military, knew beforehand that it was going to be released. Now, how they knew is the crazy part. I think they might be able to tell the future. And I know it sounds fucking crazy. Okay, but I that's what I think. I think they have advanced technology. So you look up Project Looking Glass. It was a government program back in the 60s about basically using your mind to what is it called? Remote viewing, seeing places that you're not, But I think they found a way to see the future and possibly, or the past and possibly the future. And I think the deep state for a long time was using this to control the world. And I think they lost control over it. And that's why Trump is always a step ahead of everything. Always saying the crazy shit, people freaking out about it, and then it becoming true. You know, like every fucking time. Like, he can't be beat, you know? How can a man not be beat when he has the entire almost the entire just world, governments, everything, powers all against him?
Okay, so it's CERN,
Mm-hmm.
Organized for Nuclear Research between 1998 and 2008, with over 10,000 scientists and hundreds of universities. Large Hadron Collider. Hydron, whatever. Yeah. 27-kilometer ring, superconducting magnets, number accelerating structures to boost the energy of particles along the way. There was no democratic debate. CERN is presently wrapping up in the largest atom collider in the world. Deity of Destruction as corporate mascot. It will leave it up to your imagination to determine the public. So that's that. Talking about it's the world's biggest machine. See, this is fucked up, dude.
They're opening portals.
Massive gravitational pull. I mean, yeah, what else are they doing? With that.
Well,
and then Project Looking Glass. So we're going to go at this one at a time.
Okay.
This commentary that follows Bill Hamilton's source took notes on Project Looking Glass and time travel. Quote, with regard to LG Looking Glass, as I understand it, this device, at least 3 to 4 years ago, could not focus on detailed sequence of activities in the future. In other words, you could not see exactly what happened, like a series of events. I was told to consider the multiverse idea combined with the work of Richard Gott on cosmic strings, blah, blah, blah. So that was 3 to 4 years ago. I'm trying to fast forward. So they are getting weird transmissions that they just don't know how to translate, in other words, and they believe it to be from the future. And are they using CERN for this, or is this some other deal?
Okay. CERN is this, okay? The government, and then this is just my opinion. This is what I think. The government started using people to communicate in other dimensions through hallucinogens and things like that. And they noticed that they could communicate with entities, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they knew what CERN was built for, because CERN was, that thing said that CERN was built or started back in the 90s. That's a lie. CERN was built back in like the 50s. They started building it back in the 50s.
Right.
So this thing's been around.
Implemented.
Yeah, this thing's been around
90s.
for a long time.
Yeah.
So they start communicating with these entities, and and even like, okay, a weird thing, Nikola Tesla, he claims whenever he was making his inventions, a lot of times he claims that stuff would just come to him. Like he didn't necessarily envision this stuff himself. It would just like come to him, and he would be like, holy shit, this is how it works. And he'd draw it out. And he said he'd always picture it in his mind, exactly how everything worked before he ever put anything on paper. And he said it always just came to him. It was like he was just like the vessel putting it down. A lot of artists
Just like
say
the
that.
Bible.
Bob Dylan says that, but Bob Dylan's obviously sold his soul to the devil, but he claims the same thing. Like whenever he writes a song, it's not him writing the damn song. Like, back in the day.
He's channeling.
He was just channeling it, and something else was writing the song, and he's just writing it down and going out and singing it. So they're claiming that these entities are giving them this advanced technology, telling them what to do. Now they're trying to open portals, which they probably already have, to actually go into these dimensions.
Could it be?
Go ahead.
Could it be that you and I are just stupid?
Yeah, we could be just fucking retarded, and we might just
these guys are just conning everyone, just getting thousands of people to pay attention to this because this is out of our expertise. Not saying that we're too stupid to understand CERN, but I mean, at this point, we're just at the will of what the internet tells us.
Yeah, definitely. And that's another thing I've thought of, because we are smart. So the way for them to actually trick us would be to put a president in to backtrack on all their globalist agendas, and then at the end get us full blown there. While we have our guard down.
It goes to two questions I have, which is, if these elites and the deep state, which I do believe exist, they're good. Like, they're not good in the sense, but they're good at what they do. How did Trump get in then?
Look, that's what
I mean.
Here's the thing. I've heard.
You would think they wouldn't even let the doors open.
Here's the theory. The deep state had this machine, because they called it a machine, right? They claim that they found this machine as like a crashed UFO, but I don't think it was from aliens. I think it was from humans from the future. Okay, that's another story. But anyways, they claim they found this vehicle that didn't have a steering wheel, didn't have any buttons, that you had to control with your mind, and that it takes you anywhere you want to go in space and time. Okay, so anyways, they have this machine. They've just only learned how to remote view through it. That's what I've heard. They only know how to remote view and go like to the future and past. We can only stay in our timeline.
Are you talking about, is this like Area 51?
Yeah, this is like some deep shit. This is what they've been working on. So anyways, the deep states had this, and they can tell the future, and they know what move to make next, and they're slowly getting us. But something happened right before the election. They lost that control. Like, they couldn't see past a certain point in the future. No longer. So they didn't know what was going to happen. Trump gets in. They didn't realize that was going to happen. They thought Hillary was going to get in. They thought everything was going to be okay. Because, they were skewing the polls. They even thought they could still steal the election straight up. But I think way more people came out and voted for Trump than we were even told. I think it got taken from them, and they didn't realize it. And now they don't have that anymore. They don't have this portal. They don't have this machine anymore. They're not controlling this stuff, and they're just doing what they think, they're just going for broke. That's my theory.
That's pretty out there, but it would explain the outright panic from the whole left, even moderate lefts, just absolutely hate the guy.
Realized? Wait, hold on, dude. 2016.
Absolutely hate that guy.
We were kind of like this, okay? The right's over here.
Yeah.
And we're like this, and it just went like this. Just the
like
left is just like over here now. They're just fucking insane.
Yeah.
As insane could possibly get.
Trump deranged syndrome.
Like bad. And not only that, just like radical. Just like
because
total radical.
I never agreed or liked or supported any of the presidents that we've had. Of course, I was too young and stupid to know what was up, but I knew I didn't like them.
Me too.
And I hated each and every one of them for the most part.
I remember being like 15 years old and telling my parents, like,
but
George Bush is a freaking monster.
Yeah, but
like, no.
You didn't see us or anybody for that matter really going out there and losing their shit about it. Widespread,
Because they had this under their control.
Yeah.
That's another thing about
So
QAnon.
this goes to my second question, though, and it's more of a deep philosophical question, which, are you proud to be an American right now?
Fuck yeah, I am.
You are?
Yes.
Explain.
Are you?
I don't know.
Look, dude, you can...
I am. I love America. I love being American. But I think instead of waving my flag right side up, I need to wave it upside down because we're in distress.
Oh, no.
And that's what that means.
I think we are getting out of distress.
Hopefully. I'm just saying, like, we can sit here and complain, and our parents can sit there and complain about the president and how the government is so screwed up and stuff. But, I mean, the forefathers built this so that we would always have the control,
Yeah,
right?
and we've lost that control.
Yeah, for years, though, decades.
Yeah.
And it seems like we all deserve almost exactly what's happening to us.
Well, hold on. That's what QAnon's about. It's called the Great Awakening. We're supposed to get the people awake to this. We're supposed to all wake up and start seeing and caring about government tyranny, and actually, because the more people you see awake, the more you think, we get hope, and the more we are going to act. I mean, look what we've done. We put Trump in. Trump's done a lot, okay? You can listen to most media, including Alex Jones, and just fearmonger all day and just go, we're fucked, and that's a good thing. I like that. I like to fearmonger because it makes me go fuck, and it makes people wake up and say, okay, this needs to happen.
Lights a fire under your ass.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I think QAnon's good because it brings back that patriot feeling, that feeling of, oh shit, we actually might be getting something done right now.
Yeah.
We have hope for the future. Like, I see this happening. They've claimed this is going to happen, and I just saw it happen. I'm seeing this happen and this happen, and the storm is fucking here, dude. It's here. Like, like you either believe it or you don't. But I mean, I go both ways. I want to fearmonger just because, it lights the fire under my ass. And
I said that I don't want anybody to die and suffer, obviously, but that happens on this planet regardless. And I'm actually glad that this virus is happening, primarily because it's causing us to rethink our fucking supply chain issue. And that's unacceptable.
We will be
like, that's what I mean by like not being too proud of being American when all our shit's made in China. And so, you know what I mean? Like,
no matter what. Matter what happens about this virus, one thing is for sure, even if QAnon's fake, we will be independent from China after this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that.
Medical-wise.
I pray for that, for sure. And I'm all about that.
And what's also happening around the world, all these countries, all these globalist countries are realizing open borders isn't such a good thing. Like, this shit came from another country, now it's killing thousands of people a day, or not, hundreds of people a day in Italy. But that's just because they have tons of Chinese workers that come through their factories, and they have tons of travel between China.
Yeah,
and they have a lot of
tiny little isolated town.
Yeah, water streets.
If something contaminates it, it's hard to breathe out. They have a horrible healthcare system. Sorry, socialists. And
for real.
They have a fuckload of elderly people. People retire in Italy and stuff like that. That you're gonna have a high death rate when all those things. And I think that's what the panic is. Trying to flatten that curve. You hear that a lot.
Well,
just the isolation and everything. That's what we're trying to do, so we don't overflood our stuff.
So we don't kill each other.
Yeah, and I'm for that.
Totally
but
down. Look,
it seems pretty. Just you're dabbling in the realm of V for Vendetta, which I'm sure a lot of people have already made the connections to that. That's exactly what they did. They were working on a virus and everything like that. They bent people over for the cure. Basically you do what we say.
Did you hear Trump yesterday?
Uh-uh.
Trump came out and said we basically have the cure.
Okay, so like on Ben Shapiro's show, when I was listening to it, he had a doctor come on, straight up virologist, and they did 6 clinical studies with an anti-malaria and
2 different
an
things.
Antiviral or an antibiotic or something like that. And he said he had 100% success rate. We need to get this out. He's in contact with Trump.
Yep. Trump has already cut all this red tape they claim to get it out there. He's made it to where...
Yeah, we already have it. The only thing is China makes it.
Here's a weird thing, though. Here's the weird thing, though. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. This is another thing about time travel. This is why I think time travel is real.
Dude, look.
Look, hold on, no. Listen to this.
This
is called a Q proof, okay? You can go look it up. QAnon posted in 2018 a weird post, and all it said was, thank you, Xi Jinping, okay? And then it said CQ, okay? Very weird that he would say that. No one knew what the fuck that meant. Well, turns out we got this thing from China, this cure, and then the scientific name for it is CQ.
When was it?
It was he posted it in 2018, okay, and it says thank you XI or whatever his name is, Xi Jinping. You know how they spell it in Chinese. It's like XI or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Shay is thank you.
Yeah, and he said thank you, you know, Chinese President Xi Jinping. CQ. CQ is the drug, the two things that go together to cure this coronavirus. Very weird. Very weird stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, I think
this will go all the way back, but it's tough to load. Like I'm at July 23rd, 2019. So they have this guy. This is full. Oh, okay, there goes my computer. Yeah, I figured. I was lazy. I didn't want to plug it in.
Look, you can go look it up if you want. If you're interested in Q.
Yeah.
You can go look up QAnon on Bing, probably the best place to do it. I wouldn't do it on Google. I mean, but they do. Have you heard about Google though?
Mm-mm.
But anyway, hold on, let me say this first. You can go look it up. There's, you can go look up Q proofs, and they'll show you the different things that he's posted in the past that no one knew what the fuck meant, and then they came true in the future. So it's and he does that a lot. He'll post weird stuff that you will not know what it means till like maybe a year later, and then something crazy will happen. You'll go, holy fuck, that can't just be a coincidence when it's happened, 50 times.
No, yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but it's hard to follow. That's why we
yeah.
need people. That's why we need a lot of people looking into it all the time, because someone might do a deep dive on something and come up with a conclusion, and it might not be the right thing. So all these answers that we're getting about Q are from people researching it. It's not from Q. Q's just gives you a statement, gives you some questions, gives you some stuff to look up, and says, find where this rabbit hole goes.
Which I kind of feel like is the best way. I'm probably going to actually do that. I want to do one myself. I don't want
I agree, dude.
somebody to tell me.
It goes fucking deep.
But it just bothers me. It could just be some fucking weird diehard that is really like a computer hacker that's just a fucking diehard Trump fan that can turn anything.
Well, if it is, he's doing a great job because he's getting all those people to research, and we're finding out about all these secret societies.
There's no ads on here. Other than guys getting paid to interpret these things on YouTube via ads, there's no money revenue.
Yeah, no one's making money
coming in.
This is about research. It's about finding out what the fuck is going on and exposing these people. That's what it's about. And I understand Alex Jones doesn't like Q. Okay, I think he's starting to believe.
I think he is too, because recently he keeps referring them, and it's not negative.
I think he's starting to believe because he's realizing what the fuck's going on, and he's going, dude, like Owen said, it's either we're in some deep shit or QAnon's real.
Well, look, Alex is just a human, just like we all are, and he's had in my opinion, a good track record of calling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he has an ego just like every man, and you can sit there and start to get cocky and be like, man, I've been freaking calling it. Dude, no one else knows what I know.
All these other people are anonymous. Yeah. They're all anonymous. So it's easy to go, oh, Q's fucking real. It's all this shit when they're anonymous. Alex Jones isn't anonymous. He has a reputation. So I understand. And I don't judge him at all for that. And a lot of Q people hate Alex Jones. They call him a fucking shill and a Zionist and all this shit. And I don't give a fuck. I love Alex Jones. I'm going to listen to him all the time, and I'm still going to follow Q because we need
back just about every loudmouth Texan.
Yeah, dude. I don't care.
Except for in a bar, you guys are dicks.
And I think when this is all said and done, I think Alex Jones and QAnon, if Q is real, I think they're going to be side by side because they're fighting the same fight.
Yeah, hopefully.
And a lot of this QAnon stuff started with the research that Alex Jones did.
Yeah.
So I think they're on the same team. They're just kind of feuding over because they think
rights almost, you know what I mean?
Who's taking the glory.
Yeah. Well, they'll get over that if they're real. They'll get over that if they're good and real.
And I wasn't completely on the Q wagon until Friday.
Well, I'm just going to have to.
Ted Nugent comes on and goes, QAnon might be real.
I didn't hear him say that.
Well, his wife came on and said, look up this Q stuff. I've been following Q, and we're in a great awakening, and And then, Ted came on, and then Alex was kind of mad. You could tell Alex was agitated about it. And then Alex would be like, oh, yeah, making fun of it. And so I think they kind of got off the cue talk. But if Ted's wife is there, okay, I'm pretty sure they're thinking the same thing.
Man.
Or Ted would at least come out and say, hey, I don't necessarily believe in Q. But he didn't.
So let me ask you, Steve, if this goes sideways, this is it.
If this goes sideways, you're going to get your parents. You're going to put them in your car. I'm going to get my parents. I'm going to put them in my car. And we're going to drive down to Camp Wood, Texas. And we're going to go down to a good place.
Okay.
And fortify.
Okay. I'm so about that.
We're going to bring chickens. We're going to bring...
because I'm ready to go here.
Yeah.
I'm fucking ready to go here.
I like my place. I got some acres, but it's not good enough. If shit really hits fan, it's not good enough. We need to have multiple acres. We need to have a river nearby, fresh source of water that's not from pipes.
I'm all about that. That's what I'm
to,
saying. We need to get walkie-talkies, you and I.
I looked them
test
up.
them.
I looked them up, and I can't find one that'll reach from my house to
It
your
would be
house.
CV.
CV radio?
Yeah.
And dude, I'm such an idiot.
Well, there's like laws now.
I used to
and they're
have the most
expensive.
badass radio equipment. Like, I had all this shit. I mean, everything.
Dude, I'll get
for
it
both
to
of
talk
us.
instantaneously.
I had thousands of dollars worth of radio equipment, and I sold it all. Like 2 years
Look,
ago.
if the shit hits the fan, laws aren't going to matter to me.
Yeah.
So
Fuck,
I'll totally hit you up instantly
Yeah.
and be all right. And we can, dude, I'm sure we could get away with some Tescos.
Yeah.
Like, just checking.
We don't even necessarily need to be in communication. We just need to know when the time is.
Or like a signal.
If
We'll
they-
talk about that off air.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm fully about it. We're sealed and fucking ready to go. I wanted to be the old, 65-year-old that had an excuse, that lived a nice, easy life,
Mhm.
and then have my son fight this shit.
We got to make a son first.
Yeah,
I've been
I'm
trying.
on it. I'm on it. Yeah, what are you doing so I know what to do opposite?
I'm pulling out. I think both of our girls were a mistake or an accident,
Really?
Well, yeah, I don't know, I think
There definitely weren't a mistake.
I mean, like an
obviously.
accident is what I meant. Not a
You-
mistake. You were not a mistake. I'm sorry.
Oh, you dick, Steve.
My
Hey.
dad told me that one time, because he was like, he meant the same way as I did. Like, you were an accident, but he said mistake. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, thanks, bro. Thanks, man.
You're surprised.
Yeah, surprise is what I was.
Oh, you love those girls to death. I see you.
I was as surprised as my dad, but my mom knew what was going on. She said, I want another one.
Wow.
And
They're conniving.
my dad was like, I don't want any more kids. And all of a sudden, well, we're having another kid. His name's Steve.
Yeah, Julia wants to wait a year after we're married, which I think is totally acceptable.
Yeah.
I'll get married, have a kid right now.
Dude,
I mean, I don't want to right now because all this shit. I just don't think that would be
I want to right now.
good.
I'm ready.
But
I'm ready. We're gonna have another kid. So we're probably gonna wait another 8 months or so, but
yeah.
definitely gonna have another kid because I
Well-
want a boy.
Okay, so what positions are y'all using so I know?
Well, you're supposed to do doggy style. Okay, if you want a boy. Okay, here's the things you do if you want a boy.
Children, plug
Keep-
your ears.
Keep your cell phone out of your pocket. Don't keep your cell phone in your pants pocket. Keep it as far away from your nuts as you possibly can for a long time. Okay?
See this?
There's a study in China, okay, by these Chinese scientists, and
But
if
you
you
can't
keep
believe anything that comes out of China,
well,
remember?
yeah, but this is before the coronavirus.
Oh, so now we can. It's
But
fine.
anyways, they did the study on cell phone signals, and they noticed that cell phone signals next to your nutsack kills all your male sperm cells.
What? Male sperm cells?
Yeah, it kills male
Are
sperm
there
cells.
male and female sperm cells? Are you
Yes.
sure?
Yeah. Yeah, look it up. There's male and female. The females move faster than the males. Or no, the males move faster than the females, but the females stay alive longer. Okay? So if you're pulling out, okay, and maybe only a little bit gets in there, then it's the female is the one that's going to make it because they survive longer. They're slower, but they survive longer. Males have to be pushed in and released, right at the gate, and then they swim real fast and get there before the females. But if they don't get close, then the females make it because they survive longer and they swim farther. Look that shit up.
So sperm that contains the X. Well, duh. Okay. I guess I was stupid. I'm dumb. Produced. So that's okay. A sperm that contains an X chromosome produced in the usual way by a male. Giving birth to a female, okay. You can control sex of your baby.
Yeah, dude. It's science.
Yeah, science, sure. Then why don't you have a son? Science.
Because I think what happened was when she first got pregos, we weren't trying at all. You know, it just was like, oh shit, you're pregnant now. You know?
Yeah.
And I had the talk with her grandfather, and he was like, we're down at the ranch, and we'd been messing around for a couple days, just having fun. And he looks at me and goes, you know you're going to have to get a job, right? I was like, yeah, I know. And I went home and got me a fucking job instantly. And got us an apartment. Started living life.
You know, I didn't have to impregnate a kid.
I hope you don't have to ever impregnate a kid,
I
Caleb.
didn't have to impregnate anybody to get a job, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had like a job, but we were like building a van, and we were going to just go traveling and be, you know, fucking
Musicians.
yeah, retards. But then I had a kid, and I was like, oh shit, well, I got to build a fortress and get guns and, you know, grow food. And, you know, my life is completely changed now, and I like it.
Yeah, see, you know what? I have that feeling with or without a kid.
If you get a kid, dude, it will
That's what
quadruple.
That's what I'm scared to death of.
No, that's great, dude. You're
No.
going to go.
I'm too crazy as is.
No, dude, you need to get crazier. The crazier you get, the better I feel about myself. The more I'm like,
No, for sure.
the more I'm just like, what the fuck is in there?
I'm gonna
What's
build
in those
this.
chemtrails? I'm just like, you know, just like super protective. I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know, we need to get all these grub worms out of the dirt right now.
For real. No, you start wanting to learn
Mm-hmm.
stuff for yourself.
Yeah, you want to learn how to
Build shit.
build and fix everything, and
Yeah.
which I can't fix my lawnmower right now. It's really
Why?
I just don't know
Is
what
it
the fuck's
mechanical or is it electrical?
I don't know. I don't want to
Probably mechanical.
Probably shouldn't start talking about lawnmowers on here.
Why? This is the lawn mowing podcast. We'll probably get a badass demographic.
Yeah, well, I started it right, and it hadn't been
Talk more
started.
about John Deere's.
All winter, I've been kind of charging the battery like once a month, you know, keeping it charged.
Yeah.
And I went to start it up, and it started, you know, it'll turn over, but it just smoked. All this white smoke for the
Mechanical.
longest time. And I thought, you know, okay,
Oil.
I just need to burn off some gas because there wasn't very much gas in the gas tank. I was like, okay, I'll just burn this gas off. Anyways, I burned off all that gas, put new gas in it, and then it kept doing the same thing. So I was like, okay, something's fucking wrong, you know? So then I open up I drain out all my oil to do an oil change, and there's gasoline in my oil. So it's this, in the carburetor, there's this little needle that opens up, and it's letting, you know, your gas in.
Yeah.
But somehow that needle got stuck, and somehow it's just letting too much gas in and it's getting in my oil. That's what I heard. I watched some YouTube videos. That's the only explanation that I could find.
Yeah, you just destroyed your motor.
Yeah, probably. Because now it won't turn over. But I don't know
I
if
mean, you
like
could
my
clean the
starter's out.
living daylights out of that car.
I did.
And
I took the carb off. I cleaned it really good, put it back on, but now it just won't turn over. Nothing. But I can still spin it, you know. It's not locked up. It's not locked up, so I think it might just be my starter now. I think I sat there too long going, you know, getting
those
it.
contacts are stuck.
You know, I think something's wrong.
Well, you can bypass your starter, or you could just run from your on the other side of the contacts. You could run your
Battery charger?
switch,
Or-
just your battery, whatever
Mhm.
that starts it, and see if it'll turn over. Contacts go like that.
Mhm.
So you want to be on this side then. You just want to just jump over.
I think what I'm going to do is just probably, if I can't figure it out, I'm just going to take it to somebody and fix and ask them what the fuck they did. Because I'm like retarded when it comes to stuff like that. I can build a pump. but I
I
can't
can
work,
build a pump.
can't work on a lawnmower.
well, you know. Well, that's lawnmowers, people.
Yep.
Chapter 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't have Steve take it apart. Put gas in your fucking oil. That doesn't work.
I put the gas where the oil went and the oil where the gas went, and that won't start.
What did I do?
Oh shit.
Well, no, that's all. Yeah, I'm getting crazy, dude. I just want to build shit, and I want more ammo, more guns, fortify, and I want my house to be fully paid for already, which is the worst thing
That's
ever.
that's like, holy shit
Yeah, that's the hardest thing
in the
ever.
world.
Because, well, and like if I lose my job during this and everything like that, I can make it for a little bit, but
We're fucked.
the
one
like,
thing about me is I'm owner financed right now,
yeah,
so I can just be like, hey, I lost my job because of the coronavirus, which I won't. I don't think you will either.
I don't think so.
I mean, are they getting, you hearing? I mean, are you like possible to lose your job? I mean,
Well, yeah,
are they already laying people off?
no, and they were like, automation's not slowing down, blah blah blah. Like we're killing it, but it's just, look, here's the thing about this is we might have a quick fix for this coronavirus, but this economy is taking such a fucking gnarly hit that it could take a couple of years to get back to where we were again. And that's what, unless, what you're saying is real about QAnon and we hit a reset. Overall on that stuff, man, I've always been able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
I've always could, and I ultimately don't worry about that. But there, of course, are things that you look back in hindsight and like, oh, I'm going to do this differently, or I'm going to have a better mentality pressing towards this from now on. And that's the only thing the worry gets me, like, as I don't ever worry about just starving or anything like that, because
Let's worry about payments to the house.
yeah, and going through all that stuff,
Mhm.
like if I had to file for bank or whatever wrong, I just want things how they are right now.
Just keep going.
Just to keep going,
But
because I got this.
I think we both
automated.
have jobs that are going to get us through this.
Yeah,
Even if it lasts for 18 months, I think we'll be fine.
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it will. I think we'll be fine. Ultimately, I think
'Cause
we made a big scare,
Another thing,
not over nothing, but
another thing is I think Trump will do what Italy did if it does last for longer. But I mean, I'm telling you, if it lasts for longer, then I'm gonna stop believing in Q. Right
Yeah.
then and there, I got to. But if it lasts longer than April, then we're fucked. But if it lasts longer, I think Trump would do what Italy did and put everybody's mortgages on hold.
yeah,
Everybody who's being quarantined, your mortgage is on hold.
yeah.
Your electricity bill's on
But
hold.
he's gonna cause a depression. Like you could cause a depression. Like, and the depression lasted 10
Yeah,
years.
no, dude, I agree, but he's so calm about it. He comes out and goes, "Oh, everything's gonna be all right. We're gonna be good. We're actually gonna come back better than ever before, bigger, huger. It's gonna be amazing."
Well, yeah. Now, anybody on the left or anybody criticizing Trump could easily be like, yeah, he said everything was good, then things started getting really bad, and now he's taking it serious. So it's like, fucking what?
Mhm.
But look, they don't know. You don't know. We don't know. Just going to try and just stay with it. Look, the whole cool thing about this whole little, you gotta social distance and self-isolate and be prepared and stuff like that. Yeah, already been on that.
Yeah,
Okay, like already have thought that way for years.
I had to go to the store one time, and it was just for why I did end up buying a shitload of stuff, but I didn't have to. Like,
Yeah,
all I needed was like baby wipes and some toilet paper, and I went there, and everybody was freaking out. I mean, everybody had their carts full, shelves were empty, people were fucking running around. There's cops standing around like every other aisle, Like, seriously, and I'm just like, what the fuck? There's like signs that say, oh, you can only take one of these, and I'm just like, fuck. And then I started freaking out while I was in the store. You know, I already have storable food. I already have freezers full of meat. I already got, you know, a couple months worth of food, and I'm just thinking like, holy shit, I need to get another month's worth of food. Like,
Yeah.
and I walked out of there just like everybody else, like holding shit in my basket, just like, motherfuckers. Like,
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. Nah. Yeah, we've been stocking on frozen stuff for a while. Just since January, I've been like, but before that, I've already been, every time I go to the store, I buy meat and I throw it in the freezer. Like, no matter what, I'm spending $10 on meat, ground beef, ground bison, whatever. It's super storable.
well, I've just
Get
just got a lot of meat. I got a lot of buddies that go hunting, and then they come back with too much meat. And they don't believe in the apocalypse like me, so they're like, hey, you got too much meat. And they give me some meat, and then it's in my fridge, and then, you know,
Yeah.
you just keep getting stuff, putting it in your freezer.
Yeah. Look, I've always wanted to be 6 months ahead anyways. That's a basic finance guideline to go by.
Yeah, I'm 6 months ahead with everything except for money. When it comes to money, I'm just fucking broke. But
Yeah.
when it comes to food and ammunition, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. No, all that. Same here. I'm even money. I'm close to where I think I could make it for 6 months.
Not me. I'm gonna have to start selling.
The thing
tomatoes.
is if your money isn't worth anything to anybody, then you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And that's what the depression kind of
Well, I went and
was.
got.
Well, they
got
couldn't
some
get
whiskey.
it. People who had cash in their house, they
Survived.
made out like a bandit. You know, like,
Yeah,
but people who had all their money in banks,
Fucking
big
died.
banks,
Well,
they
I don't have very
closed.
much money in my bank right now, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, I took a little bit through some. I have money through multiple banks. I have one for like a big bank that has great interest rates, and I just put a little bit of money in there a couple of years back to build, you know, a little bit. I have a regular checking and savings, and then the credit union is where it all goes to. Credit unions are good because they're not like banks. They don't work like that.
Yeah, that's where I got my money in credit union.
Yeah.
But I
Wanted to buy gold. I wanted to buy $5,000 worth of gold and just kind of kick it.
well, I've been investing on this Robinhood app. It's pretty cool.
Really? What is that? Stocks?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and I'm negative $42 in this one, but that's because I invested
Buy
a
again.
long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's Concho, and I'm negative $50 in this one, and I'm negative in everything basically except for silver. I've made $8.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a little bit more capital.
Yeah. Nah.
But using that to learn what you could do with more, that's what most people do.
I just put a
It
little
all
bit
takes
in.
time.
20 here, 20 there.
If I were to buy stock, you just simply plan years ahead. Uh-oh. People are calling me.
Does it work?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Edgar.
Yo,
What up?
what you doing?
Having a podcast?
Oh shit!
Yo, man.
Didn't even let you go.
You need to come over here and join the podcast.
Who's there with you?
Steve.
Oh shit! What's up, Steve?
What's up?
How you doing?
Doing all right.
Hell yeah! That's what's up.
You coming or what?
Yeah. Caleb, don't mind me taking my son over.
No, I could take your son. We're about to wrap this thing up, dude. It's cool.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, come over. We could kick it. We're still under 10 people, so we're good.
Yeah. You want jam today?
Wow. Dude, really? All right, cool.
All right. Later. So, all right. So you kind of didn't pull it all together because you already know, but essentially what QAnon is saying is they didn't release this virus. China Communist Party probably did, I guess. And
this is deep state. It's like you
does
guys.
Q think it's a bioweapon? does he ever say?
That's a good question.
Regardless, so Q
I don't know. I don't know if he's ever mentioned that.
So Q is saying, and anybody is saying, like, the Democrats are obviously trying to use this virus, even if it was man-made or not, to get Trump out of office. Clear as day. I mean, clear as day. That's obvious. What, you know, and so Trump thinks that now is the time to use this virus to take out the deep state while everybody's in quarantine. They're going to have military personnel come and take out these George Soros types of individuals
That's what they claim.
that are the elite.
That's what they claim.
Because
This is the
he
storm.
can't do it in daylight because the deep state constantly, it's such a network, it's constantly working against him. He can pull out.
This is kind of what I think. I don't think they're necessarily going to arrest Hillary Clinton and these people that
Why
we
would
know.
they?
James Comey. Look, I don't think they're going to do it during this. I think what they're going to do is get all these low-level people out, like completely clean shop, so they have the system to prosecute these people. That's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to do a lot of stuff in the Middle East to where they can end these fucking wars and just get us the fuck out of there. I think that's what Trump wants to do, which I don't know, because we don't really know what's the fuck's going on over there, because he's pulling troops out of Syria and he's putting them in Saudi Arabia and
which is where they need to be in the very fucking beginning.
Yeah,
of this.
like fucking 9 years ago?
Dude, 20 years ago.
A little late, guys.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's
Well,
I don't know.
He pulled thousands of troops out of Afghanistan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, we pulled out of a lot of places, but we went back into some places.
Right.
I don't know why. But did you realize, though, that, like, ISIS just, like, completely died? How many months into Trump's,
Yeah, ISIS got deteriorated.
Like, what the fuck happened? And even Trump came out and said, we're going to stop giving them weapons and paying them. And then they'll go away.
I got an idea. I know this is crazy, but maybe we shouldn't
Fund
supply
them?
them with the stuff that's killing us.
Yeah. Maybe they'll go away.
They're like, Trump, you're not as crazy as you look, you tan orange
No,
bastard.
they're like, what? You want to take money away from brown people, you racist?
Oh, yeah. It's like, no, they just happen to be brown. I actually want to take money away from all you white politicians that give the money to all these fucking brown. When did race become part of this?
But another thing to this is the Joe Biden thing.
Huh.
See, that's why I think that they're not going to arrest these big people. I don't think you're going to see big arrests take place. I think there's going to be a lot of small things happen, a lot of maybe a few big actors or a big, people get taken out.
It's more
the
or less
biggest-
like
They're setting up because, like,
executives, right?
yeah,
Producers.
I think you're not going to see the big things go down until Trump gets reelected because of the Biden thing, okay? The whole Ukraine thing sets everybody up, okay? Because all these people have been laundering their money through all these different countries. But we got them by the balls with the Ukraine thing. That's why they're pushing Joe Biden right now, who is obviously senile. Everybody knows it,
Yeah.
okay? He's
Yeah.
senile, that he shouldn't be running for president, and they're pushing him hardcore because if he's not running for president, he's going to get investigated big time out in the open,
Yeah.
and, they're going to take a lot of people down.
Yeah.
So to save their skin, they're pushing this guy. They could have pushed other people, but to save their skin, they're pushing Biden because they know if Biden goes down, they're fucked. So basically, I think what they're going to do is kill Biden. I think Biden's going to die from the coronavirus.
And then set up. Oof.
And I think Hillary Clinton's going to come in.
It's either that or it's going to be an assassination from a nationalist.
Yep. I don't know. No, I think he's going to die from the coronavirus, and I think Hillary Clinton's going to come in and go, I'm going to take his place. Maybe he'll pick Hillary Clinton as his running mate.
Just let Bernie go.
Yeah, let Bernie do it, dude. I'd love to see Bernie up there on the stage debating Trump.
Yeah, give him his shot that he so rightfully deserves.
Yeah.
And let his ass get rambled on.
Did you see
Like,
where's the
just so retarded, dude, that people like him.
the Tuesday, the Super Tuesday thing? Wasn't that last Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay, did you see before that the one of the local news stations posted the results of the election before it happened? Did you see that?
No, but they did that. That happened this
Yeah.
last go too.
That happened in 2016
Yeah, it
with
happened.
Trump.
Yeah.
But they posted it as Joe Biden winning, before it ever happened, before the votes were counted or anything.
No, it's clear, dude. Even Democrats, even my Democrat friends know that they fucking sit there
Mhm.
and boot Bernie out. They'll
Yep.
get the whole progressives just all. The idea is to get all the progressives wanting to vote,
Yeah.
and then they get their guy out the last minute, so they are forced to go with the establishment.
It backfired. Last time, tons of people who voted for or were going to vote for Bernie went and voted for Trump because they
Yeah.
were so pissed off.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna happen again, dude.
yeah.
No, I really want Trump elected again. Just even if he's a fuck, but at least he claims to love America.
Dude, I think he's great.
That's
I think he's
almost-
great. I mean, dude, there's like two things that I'm really mad at him about. And I don't know. The red flag laws, for one, is really bad.
Well, and he backtracked what he said about global warming and climate change.
Yeah, he came out for it.
Well, he was like, it's not a hoax. It's not a hoax. There's nothing. It's not a joke about
Mhm.
hurting the environment. We're
Well,
gonna
yeah.
have good energy, clean energy.
Yeah, but America already does.
Yeah, dude.
We're
for
number one in the
all-
world.
Yeah, for all these fucking people think that America is killing the planet.
It's China
It's China,
and India.
and our emissions are so fucking low and self-sufficient.
It's
All the
ridiculous.
new gas plants that are coming out in Texas are going to have zero emissions on a negative feedback loop. It's an engineering term. They fucking figured it out.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And even then, the past ones are getting retrofitted to do the exact same operation. They barely touch on trash,
Mhm.
which on both sides of the political aisle, I feel like should be kind of up there. Because if you've ever been to a landfill, it is the most depressing and
But-
sickening fucking place
on, though.
ever.
Here's another thing, though. There's a landfill.
And plastic.
There's an
in
old
the ocean.
landfill by my house.
Mhm.
Actually,
That's why you're fucked up.
right next to where I used to get water. Okay, there's big water tanks. Okay, and then there's an
So,
old
hold on.
landfill there. But I know it sounds bad, but you go look at this old landfill, and you wouldn't even never know it used to be a landfill. Like
No. They
there's
level it up.
grass
Dude, they
and trees
yeah,
and-
they
Right, you know, mesquite
they
trees,
build
but-
parks over them. I looked it up.
It's
Like what happens with all the old landfills? They build parks over them.
yeah, they look great.
But
Afterwards.
there is a risk involved with landfills. They
Yeah,
have
but-
that barrier. If it leaks, it gets
Yeah.
in the water. All that stuff. They have microorganisms that eat that shit
Mm-hmm.
in half the time that it would take normally.
Well, we don't use our science, okay?
No, we don't.
We've found things in labs, little microorganisms that eat plastic.
Yeah.
And turn them into a thing that can be broken down in nature.
Yeah.
The waste. So we don't use it. And even whenever we did oil spills, oil spills happen in the ocean. Scientists were amazed that there was this little bacteria that ate majority of it
Oh,
before
yeah.
we even
It turns
cleaned
it
up.
into like oxygen for the
Yeah.
water.
And it loved it. And it was
Yeah.
it
Well,
just like
dude,
thrived and ate
for-
that shit.
For anybody else that doesn't know, there's natural oil leaks all the time.
In the ocean, in the bottom of the ocean, just
It's
spewing
just
oil.
Spewing oil out like all the time.
That's what I'm saying. This is
All we're using is the shit that's coming from the earth. Oil is about as natural as it gets, and it's a great reactive molecule that gives us many energy for little input.
And when you realize how the earth takes care of itself, you
Yeah.
realize that there is a creator. Because
Yeah.
dude, seriously,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever run out of oil. I don't think we'll ever run out of
No.
anything on this planet, no matter how many people we get on this planet. I don't think we'll ever run out of any of our resources. I think we'll always have water to
No, we'll
drink.
just give each other
food to eat.
viruses.
Yeah, we'll just release man-made fucking viruses on each other and kill each other because we're fucking morons. Like, dude, all of our problems are our own. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's not because we're drilling oil. It's just because we're fear-mongering. We're giving in to fear porn.
Yeah.
We're not shaking
No,
hands anymore.
There's problems that happen in these processes, like fracking. You can fuck up a water table. You can cause an earthquake.
Mhm.
But these are you got to fuck up to know what to not do the next time.
Yeah.
They're very way smarter people than you and I that
And
engineer
the
how to
Earth
get into
is
there.
so massive.
Huge.
Okay, you liberals probably think we're drilling to the center of the Earth and like fucking shooting shit down in there and like blowing nuclear bombs up. That's not what's happening. Okay, we're
We are
literally
doing that,
drilling
though.
about this far in. If the Earth was the size of this room, we're drilling like this
Yeah.
far in. Like it's nothing. An earthquake might affect us a little bit, but it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
literally nothing compared to the size of this Earth.
No,
Absolutely nothing.
Sinkholes happen naturally. Like before, the Earth don't really give a shit. It'll open up and eat you out,
Yeah.
regardless.
And it'll
of
still
if we're
survive, even
drilling.
if it's on fire. It'll be
Exactly,
fine.
yeah.
It'll go, this is cool. It's warm now. Like, it doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, no,
But
I
it does,
agree.
though, because it's always going to provide for you.
Oh,
and you
dude.
can't ruin it.
Look, we wouldn't be, even if you don't believe in God, or even if you believe in evolution or don't, we wouldn't be on the top. Everybody knows that we're on the top, though. We're on the species list. We become on the top because we are intelligent. We communicate. We have thumbs. Like we can do a lot of shit. And if you believe in evolution, it only got that way because this planet is so good for us. Our environment is so nurturing for us. We develop senses and eyeballs and everything like that. Dude, come on. And we go to the top. You're going to tell me that we're like the toxic thing to this planet
God.
when we're the number one and you believe in evolution.
Yeah.
Like dude, I watch like mainstream science documentaries and I enjoy them and I believe them for the most part. But then they always try and push that weird little agenda
Fear,
where
that
it's
porn
like,
at the end.
well, if people,
Yeah.
But I look at it
virus.
like you said. You start learning about how the Earth takes care of itself and all these cycles are working with one another. To me, every time I hear a smart quantum physicist talk or anything like that, I'm like, yeah, no, that makes sense that there's a creator. Thank God there's a creator. Thank God
Yeah.
for God.
And yet we're going to go live on Mars that has nothing that we need. And we're like, Mars is our future. Fuck this place. It's fucking perfect for us. Let's leave
Sometimes
this.
I think you get too technical and too, like, you think you're smart because you figured out something complex. But I feel like, well, it's the difference between
But
intelligence and wisdom.
I don't think, though. I think all these people like running NASA and stuff telling us we need to go to Mars, I think they know that they're bullshit and they know they're lying and they're just using it to make money.
Yeah.
They're using it to take our tax dollars and line their pockets. Literally all they're doing.
I mean, it's not a secret that that's what government does when an agency gets implemented. Typically, they're so gun-ho about getting their, doing their jobs, and they'll, at the beginning, they'll fucking do it. They'll do it good. They'll do it efficiently, and then their work's done. And they're all, well,
Well,
since we fixed this one problem, we should be able to fix the next problem we create so we can keep our fucking jobs. Huh.
It's too quiet out there.
Yeah.
Release the bio weapon.
Click button for emergency panic.
Yeah.
Like, sick.
This is fun now.
Oh, they'll need us.
We need 5 more. Wait. We need $5 trillion more dollars.
Yeah.
What can we do? Release the virus.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't know, dude. I don't like Glenn Beck. I don't like him ever since he dipped his face into Cheetos. I don't know if you saw that, but because he was like really against Trump and all this stuff when Trump was running. So I don't really like him, but he has been killing it.
He's
lately.
been killing it lately.
This shit about the banks and how they're fucking collapsing right now, and he can't explain why.
No.
And I think why is because this is a coordinated thing.
Yeah.
I think we're about to go on a gold standard.
Well, he doesn't. Yeah.
I really,
hopefully.
really, really think so. I mean, because look, this is the point. That bubble that we've been hearing about our entire lives, that it's going to pop. It's going to pop. Dude, it's fucking popping. This is the pop, and we're just living through it. And this virus is a cover for some shit that are about to take place.
There's too many people alive and reliant now that we're just not going to let, like, if it pops, we're just not going to let us die and starve.
It's not going to happen.
So we're just going to have to. Well, I've always thought about this. I'm like, so why don't we just say that the economy is good?
Yeah.
Like,
why don't we just go, hey, all this money that's digitized,
yeah.
let's just get rid of all this money and, let's all this money let's just get rid of that
Well, I'm even
and take
fine with digital money.
our money, make it worth more again.
Yeah.
And who gives a
Because
fuck?
we're the one that says it's worth something or not.
Dude, everybody's like, we're in debt, but we're in debt, all this debt. And it's like, who the fuck do we owe the debt to?
China.
Oh, but China's in debt. Who the fuck do they owe the debt to? This other country, but that country's in debt. Who the fuck do they owe their
they're
debt
all in
to?
debt.
Everybody's in debt. Who the fuck are they in debt to? The Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve is not a government entity. It's just a private company.
No, the Federal Reserve is the Federal Reserve.
It's not part of the government. It's a private company.
I don't.
Go look it up. It's not a part of the government. Federal Reserve is a private entity created by the fucking Rockefellers. It's the same thing that they want to do with this carbon tax. They want to tax the world for the carbon that they put into the air, the same way that they want to print their own money through the Federal Reserve. That was our first scheme. It was brilliant, too. It was like, let's just fucking own the money. Or actually, let's own the gold and give everybody paper.
The Federal Reserve banks are not a part of the federal government, but they exist because of an act of Congress. While the Board of Governors is an independent government agency, the Federal Reserve banks are set up like private corporations. Member banks hold stocks in Federal Reserve banks and earn dividends. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
We're in debt to a corporation set up by the Rockefellers to take and control everything. They want to control all the gold and silver while they give us fake money to play with.
Yeah.
We're in their game of Monopoly right now, and they own the board because they set it up that way while everybody was, too busy trying to pay bills.
Well, yeah, no, they didn't know what to do. Dude, this happened since the Great Depression, and when the banks closed and everything like that, they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, but see, people need to wake up and realize that all these things that happen in our world that are tragedies and crazy stuff is not a coincidence. It's all manufactured and all made by somebody for a benefit of somebody. I think every economic problem we have is because someone is making it that way so they can buy something, while everybody else
control something.
Yeah, get control.
Yeah,
take something.
No, I of course. I really think that if you don't believe that to some degree,
well,
then I mean, what do you know about anything about money?
Yeah.
Like anything, how it's anything.
That's what it's about, man. We got to take control away from these motherfuckers because they've been controlling shit for a long time. There's 2 places in the world that don't pay taxes. Have you ever heard of the city of London? It's not London. It's the city of London.
Is it in the UK?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
And it's where royalty lives. And the Vatican. Those 2 places.
Yeah, I was about to say the Vatican does.
Those 2 places do not pay taxes.
Mhm.
They own the world. Those 2 places. Those 2 places is where all this shit comes back to. Right there. Those are the people who need to be taken out.
Well,
Those
maybe
are the
that's why Italy's
deepest,
getting nailed
deepest.
so bad.
Something's happening. And
Something's happening for sure.
hope it is good.
Yeah, same here. That's all you can do. Let's hope that it's good. I don't know. I just know that if anybody in my family gets hurt over this, or anybody I know, I hope I have enough mental discernment and fortitude to not literally just go.
Choose your words wisely, my friend.
To go to town on
Go to town and buy some grains.
some
That's what
grains.
he was going to say.
That's all I gotta say on that. But I mean, dude, it's senseless to think that this wasn't calculated.
Sell your cloak and buy a sword, okay? That's my advice to the world.
We'll play us out, Steve.
All right, here goes.
This is the Mouth of York podcast. I'd like to thank everybody who tuned in. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Steve's mom. That was dope. Thanks. Special shout out to Steve Eastland for coming in. We're probably going to have a lot more of these. Been jamming a lot. Been living life. Having fun. But, yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Now Billy Joe said everything is gonna be alright.
Keep going.
Oh, well, we're done.
No, you got to play.
I gotta play?
Steve, did you really ruin that?
I just ruined it.
Keep going. I was just going to get my camera.
Mm.
I should have gave you the...
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I saw you closing your laptop, and I was like, okay.
Well,
done.
it's been dead.
Okay.
Getting that out of my life. We're still... Dude, don't tune out. You got to hear Steve play us out. I'm not going to thank y'all again. Y'all been thanked too much. Okay? But that's what we're doing. I'm just going to grab my camera and get a dope view.
I just had to look at my lyrics, too, because I just learned this song this morning. Actually, as I was sitting here and you were setting up. Now Billy Joe said everything is looking fine. I got the whole place secure and the icebox is full of wine. I got 3 lovely ladies and they just won't wait. You better come on over and don't be late to do some down south juking, looking for some peace of mind. Now put your Sunday pants on and let's get on the road. We've been working all week and I think it's time that we let go. I got 3 lovely ladies and they're sitting all alone, gonna sip on their wine and get it on and do some down south juking, looking for some peace of mind. Okay, hold on. Now come Monday morning, we'll be heading out to the field. And we'll be doing things for Papa and old Uncle Bill. Lord, but when it comes Friday, we'll be headed to town. Gonna try to pick up some lovely ladies that be hanging around and do some down south juking, looking for some peace of mind. Thank you.
Beautiful, dude.
I messed up on them lyrics a little bit, but hey, that's the first time I ever sang that song, so